With the big clash of the Ajith Kumar and Vijay face-off happening this Pongal, every Tamil cinema fan, especially die-hard fans of the two stars, swarmed into theatres for shows that started as early as 1 a.m. on Wednesday. There is also a lot of history that comes with the face-offs that have happened between actors with loyal fan bases from Tamil cinema across decades, and this is the one that the current generation is fully invested in. There are two defenses which immediately come when there is a slight criticism to the content of films with such loyal fan bases. One, that we just love our stars on the big screen, and two, this is what we expected for a Pongal release, not an art house Oscar-winning movie. I already am taking these points into consideration as we get into the storyline, execution and technical elements of both the movies in this video. So let's start with the first movie that I saw, the H. Vinod directed film Thunivu starring Ajith Kumar and Manju Warrier in lead roles. From the onset itself, I have to say that I was way more invested in this storyline than Valimai. There was almost a mundane treatment to Valimai that eventually got exhausting, but H. Vinod really made sure to make the treatment of this heist film spunky and, more importantly, more fun. The film focuses on a group intending to rob 500 crores from a bank, only to further realize that those in positions of power are hiding way more money than the public can imagine. As the heist gains attention from various sections including political parties and the media, one gets to the bottom of how the common man is being taken for a ride by these financial institutions. The elements leading the charge of this narrative is the confident, smug and capable Ajith Kumar. I have to from the onset state that Ajith Kumar absolutely has a ball in this film. There is this carefree and childlike attitude to his demeanor that seems relaxed even though the circumstances around him are life-threatening. This was the most refreshing to see, and one cannot discount the fact that seeing him in his element was an absolute treat. One of my biggest gripes about the film, however, was even if it's a star-led action film that has little to do with the plot and more to do with the celebration of the star, at least stage his elevation moments with a roaring background score well. But that is not the case in this film at all. Ajith with his swagger deserved a better introduction. The lackluster score and the basic staging almost takes his star presence for granted. The two aspects that especially work for Thunivu are the comedic gags with the constable Anthony, who is surprised through most of the running minutes of being handed over responsibilities, the king of pop being referenced during negotiations from the bank, and the media constantly wanting a bite from the police by blackmailing them by airing their dirty laundry. The biggest problem of H. Vinod's direction and especially the editing of this film is that it is so haphazard, so sped up and so abrupt that eventually it becomes nauseating to keep up with the events. Sequences, especially action sequences, almost are incoherent and the movement of characters are fast forwarded throughout its running minutes so incessantly that it almost becomes the vibe of the movie, always in a rush and never giving full conviction to the scene at hand. H. Vinod with Ajith Kumar delivered brilliantly with the action set pieces in Valimai, but it's an absolute travesty to see the final execution of the action set pieces in Thunivu. Other than a marvelous 360-degree shot where Ajith Kumar shines in his physicality, most action set pieces are filled with jump cuts and lend it a haphazard quality. One of the main reasons why Thunivu probably won't be remembered in the coming weeks to come is because of the rushed screenplay that never allows any emotion or moment to sit with you, almost as if it has anxiety to move on to the next thing. This is especially true in a terribly edited sequence in Bangkok to showcase the origin story of Ajith Kumar and his team, as Chilla Chilla also abruptly plays in the middle. The second half of the film takes a bizarre turn, having one incoherent and sped up action set piece after the other that even steers away from the otherwise comedy-filled and rather enjoyable first half. Ajith Kumar tries his best in elevating the lackluster plot with his comic timing, but it can't salvage a poor and rushed treatment of a storyline that doesn't even have the ability to get its social message across with conviction. More than anything, I was just left thinking, this film could have been so much better if it was just edited and paced better. Moving on to the second Tamil film that I saw yesterday, and that was the Thalapathy Vijay release, Varisu. This movie was something I was most worried for as it presented a family template that seemed dated and done innumerable number of times. The film, as the trailer promised, focuses on a family who are ruthless with their business practices, and the youngest son, Vijay, is a nomad of sorts, who due to differences with his father lives independently. Emergency requires the level-headed and responsible son to return and mend the mess created by the elder brothers, and what transpires as Vijay takes charge forms the basic storyline of this film. You know what was the best part about this movie? That Vijay was finally relaxed and free. Beast, it almost seemed as if he was directed by Nelson to be as monosyllabic and stiff as possible. This led to even the comedic sequences falling flat. But my god, is his comic timing absolutely impeccable in this film. So much so that he even enhances the most absurd scenes. His comic timing with Yogi Babu upon returning back to the family and seeing the toxic dynamic is absolutely hilarious. Even while hitting on Rashmika and Yogi's side, commentary on the development of events is top tier comedy. The best, however, is a conference sequence where Vijay references his own filmography and it led to the biggest cheers and laughs in theatres. One thing I can be sure of with this film is that the comedy clips of Varisu will be an absolute rager. What was routine and cliche in the first half was done with conviction, and I started to really wonder, how is it that despite the familiar template, I'm actually enjoying this? It's literally a little bit of Bagban, a little bit of Hum Saath Saath Hain with the Telugu mass tinge. And then I witnessed my biggest fear. The movie transitioning to become so melodramatic and so generic that it even loses its footing of being mildly entertaining. The movie transitions from the hilarious family dynamic and Vijay infusing scenes with his comic timing to one versus many over-the-top action set pieces, forgettable romantic scenes with Rashmika, who is in yet another flower-pot role that has nothing to do with the plot, an abduction scene that carries on for far too long, and a case of a troubled marriage whose solution is so absurd, so regressive, where the woman has to be the sacrificial lamb and bear the brunt of being hurt as if there couldn't be any other way. The brilliant setup of a beautiful bond between a sincere Vijay and an exceptional Jayasudha playing his mother, and the carefree nature with which Vijay played his part gets lost in this cookie-cutter generic family template that honestly broke my heart. It's an absolute treat to watch Vijay dance, and trust me, the marketing hasn't even put out some of his best dance moves that you'll get to see on the big screen. But the star can only dance so much to make sure your trip to the theatre is worthwhile. The director's Telugu cinema prowess is really showcased in the staging of scenes, where Vijay has epic one-liners, but that is a very small part of a bigger problem. The lack of a storyline, or something that we've never seen before. I appreciate Vijay even till the last minute trying to entertain the audience. He even in the climax is partaking in such effective physical comedy that it helps looking past the mediocrity of the plot. But when you see the film holistically, you know you're only going to remember it because of 3 to 4 scenes rather than the entire film. All in all, if you personally ask me, Pongal 2023 releases from Tamil cinema boasts of stars who are in great form, Ajith as this spunky anti-hero and Vijay as the hilarious and entertaining brother in a family of sadhus, but the storylines of both the ventures are lackluster at best, leading to a very average tale at the movies this weekend. The box office numbers might be ringing, but creatively, it's nothing special. I hope Thalapathy 67 and Ajith's next really surprise us. And that was a video, guys. Write down in the comments below what you thought about Thunivu and Varisu. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram, the handle's right in front of you. Follow me at JammyPants4. Also, please support us by smashing the like button and subscribing to our channel for weekly content ahead. Thank you for watching.